Fish at 6, as you may be aware. Internet problems, but we're going to battle through it with your patience. We will be live. And I will also, because I already ate up so much of your 6 o'clock time tonight on this Thursday, I will go fast. I'll talk really fast, as if I'm from the north, like a Yankee. I'm Mike Fisher, your trusty and trusted reporter. This is the Fishbowl. That is the Star. Maybe there's not internet at the Star either. Anybody ever think of that? No.
Possible.
Nobody ever did think of that. Top 10 takes tonight. Top 10 things going on in the cowboy world. Give me 11 minutes. Watch how fast I can do this. Give me 11 minutes, and I'll give you top 10 takes.
All right, go.
Item. Stupid. The Cowboys are stupid. This is Big Duke, who is the personal coach. He's outstanding. Friend of the show. Does a great job with a number of NFL offensive linemen, including Terrence Steele. And he's outraged that the Cowboys are, in his view, pulling some sort of a stupid stunt with Terrence Steele. Let's move him there. Let's have him be a backup there. What are we doing? And I know there's all sorts of conspiracies about this. I'm going to get a hold of Big Duke, and I'm going to see, does he think there's a conspiracy here as it relates to money or keeping the man down or something? Or can it just be this? Because Big Duke's like, listen, he's not only the best run blocker among the tackles around here. Big Duke thinks he's the best run blocker in football, Terrence Steele. So anyway, he's good. Now, maybe Big Duke's a little biased, or maybe somebody in the building's biased, or maybe, here's my solution for it right now. What's the date? It's March. I think we're getting a little too angsty about this. Item 2. All I know about Deion and Lamar Jackson is if I was Lamar Jackson and Deion Sanders wanted to give me advice, and Deion saying, get off Twitter and quit arguing with people about your situation with the Ravens. Quit defending yourself. Which, by the way, probably good advice for all of us. Maybe I should take that advice from Deion. But seriously, if somebody in my industry was the Deion Sanders of my industry, and they wanted to give me some advice on how to, get a live connection on YouTube, I'd listen. Item 3, the Hankins money is in, and we can do the decimal and the zero. It's $1 million. It's $1 million for Jonathan Hankins. Once again, now these guys got to play and they have to play well. But once again, just like we talk about, you got to win the trade. That's the goal, win the trade, like the Cowboys did not do with Amari Cooper, but did do with Brandon Cooks. The Cowboys are winning these signings. Jonathan Hankins, essentially a veteran minimum deal to come back here for one more year. Item 4, Zach Evans. Add him to your list. He's got a visit with the Cowboys. Our friend Dane Brugler thinks he's a top 100 player, running back, Ole Miss. There's a video of him now. We do these videos and we're like, if you just do, YouTube or Twitter, every guy looks spectacular. Obviously, it's a 30-second video of his 3 greatest plays. But there are a couple plays on Zach Evans where you're going, first of all, he looks long to me. He not, slender's a little much, but he still will go cracky in the head and then tiptoe down the sideline and then cut back. He looks like he's got something to me. He was not their full-time running back. They split duties, I think, at Ole Miss. So Zach Evans, let's circle that name and keep abreast of what's going on there. He says he's a Dallas visitor. Item 5, what about Tony Pollard? 2 things about Tony Pollard in item 5 and item 6. Item 5 is, Steven told us when we were in Arizona, it'd be a dream come true. It'd be a perfect scenario to get a power back. I don't have an answer for this. I have a question for you. Do you draft a running back or do you draft a power back? If you already have Tony Pollard, does that make you go, well, we don't want another scat back, or you just draft running backs? I think power back might be too specific. I think I just want to have a good back. And we're going to kick that around. 63,000 of us, straight dope, no bullshit. And then number 6, the second part of the Tony Pollard thing. There is a reason for the Cowboys to drag their feet on negotiating a long-term contract for Tony Pollard, unless it's wildly team-friendly in terms of APY. And you know what that thing is? If they draft a real live NFL running back, in the first round, Bijan, or in the second round, Gibbs, or in the third round, Zach Evans, whoever and wherever, they won't re-sign Tony Pollard. They'll just replace him in 2024. Book it. Item 7. You asked me to look into the DeForest Buckner situation with the Colts. I did. It's fascinating. It's got 3 prongs. And TGIF Breakfast at Fish and E's, 7:20 Friday morning, we will address the DeForest Buckner situation, if the internet allows us. Item 8. Jerry will be asked this. I'll be asked this. You'll ask. We'll talk about it. Should the Cowboys trade up? Should the Cowboys trade down? And of course, by the time Jerry gets done pretzel logicking you, that's a Steely Dan album, by the way, I believe. Pretzel Logic.
I'm
Marsha.
well aware.
Pretzel Logic. Get it?
I'm well aware.
I know. None of one of your old boyfriends. Old Steely, and then Dan came into the picture as well. Oh, look, it's a cat.
Don't ask me what Steely Dan is.
What? You made such a pornographic joke, the whole show fell apart. What's Steely Dan? Is it drugs or sex?
The latter.
It's what? It's sex?
Rapper.
You can't even... Oh, you can't... Oh, okay, you don't want to say that. Steely Dan.
Get it?
I do now,
It's
yeah.
made out of steel and it has a name. She gave it.
I thought this was a football show. By the time Jerry's done with us, he'll have us thinking they might trade sideways. You don't trade down from 26 into the second round. Not if I'm in charge of this program. And the reason why is that 5th-year option. If you have the second round pick, if you have the 33rd guy instead of the 26th guy, you don't get his 5th-year option. You better get a hell of a deal to make that worth it to me, and it's usually not. Item 9. Odell Beckham Jr., apparently he's now got a price. And there is an offer on the table, I think, from the Ravens, and there's gossip about other offers. He said, I never asked for 20. Well, he's asking for 15. Okay, well, sorry, OBJ, that we're so far off. Ravens, Bills, Giants, Chiefs, and I think Cowboys Nation hopes, even though you're not sure what he's going to do, he might be a team destroyer. I might take down the team airplane. You don't want him playing for the Eagles. I don't believe you do. And finally, item 10. I thought it was completely appropriate for me to sidle, look that word up. I don't even know what that means, to Big Mike McCarthy and ask him about Aaron Rodgers. That makes sense, right? They worked together. He coached them. They were frenemies, in a sense, for 15 years. And I said, you're a busy man. You got a busy day. You got a busy life. Do you have some awareness of what's going on with Aaron Rodgers? And he said, yeah, I have awareness of it. There's a business thing going on there. And then he said, Big Mike looks me in the eye, basically, and says, but in the end, I know about as much about it as you do. Well, if we're talking about Aaron Rodgers, you know what thing I know about him, and now Mike McCarthy's admitting it too. Aaron Rodgers, by virtue of never taking a shower, stinks. Fish out.